Come on, sweet peas. Whoa. See what kind of mess is going on up here. Welcome, fellow YouTubers. Just thought I'd take you on a little stroll this morning through the back of the property. We haven't been up here in a few months. There's a lot of storms been through, so we're going to check out how many trees are down, how much damage there is, and how many spiders I can walk through. So, this is Sage. She is an old English bulldog. I believe he's a mix between English Mastiff, Staffordshire Pit Bull Terrier, and American Bulldogs. She's dipped off for a quick bathroom break. Oh, this is my little stick that I use. I wave it in front of me because the amount of cobwebs across this path when I haven't been up here in a few months are ridiculous. I just keep getting them in my face. It is beautiful though, green and lush. Well, Sage hasn't been for a little off the leash walk in a little while, or any walk at all for that matter. She tore her knee in the winter time. We rehabbed that, started going for walks. And then she has a lot of hip problems in the last couple of weeks. So, she seemed pretty good the last few days, so we're going to take her for a walk and see if we can get some of that stiffness out of her. Hey girls? Yeah. Alright. Huh. A few tracks up here. Oh, something's been through. Come here. Sage. Hold. Wait. It's been walking through here. Stop, stop, stop. You can see it's all a little trail right there. It's all disturbed. Wait. Oh, wait. See right here, the leaves are all turned up. Right here. Nope. Hey, get off my stick. I know. Alright, well, that could be deer. I seen a giant stag almost across the trail the other day when I was on the edge of the property. Now, we are bordering on someone else's property that gets pretty upset if I walk onto it. They do have trail cams. So, there's a lot of fresh movement through this grass, or through these leaves. And I can't tell what it is. I'm guessing it's deer. That's the most likely culprit in these parts. Well, I haven't seen a moose through here in years, although it wouldn't be a big surprise to see one. We are in central Ontario in Canada. Want to say hello? Oh, good girls you are. You're good girls. Want that? Go on. Let's say I have to get a new stick. No. So let's bite that into about 7 pieces. Drop on the floor, and that'll be it for that. Now, if anyone's seen a previous video of mine, you might recognize this little walk. At the end of it is an old school bus that's been abandoned for, oh my god, must be probably close to 40 to 50 years. Imagine. Now this goes off of the other owner's property. As we circle back to the right off of that path, it's kind of like that border path. That's pretty much the border of his property. Hey, let's go. Sage. Sage, let's go. Let's go. She gets into all kinds of shit. Gail. Ooh. She loves long grass as well. She's super excited to be going out. Yeah, babies, I know. I'll be out in a minute. Could be bear through here also. I don't see any upturned tracks here. Tracks or anything for that matter. Oh, okay. This is an old four-wheeler trail. There's some little tracks right here. Some upturned leaves. Imagine these are just deer or other kind of, maybe some smaller critters. Hey, this way. Come on, there you go. Good girls. I mean, this is, I don't come up here often enough. I used to come up here every day. But during COVID, there's a few hunt camps way back there somewhere. Probably another kilometer back. And they were abandoned. They were never used, broken down. But during COVID, towards the end of COVID, I was walking up there and they'd all been refurbished. And then shortly after that, someone walked onto the property and asked us kindly if we could not walk on their property because they were using it for hunting, which I obviously obliged, not wanting to get shot. And if you can see, my dog resembles the color of a deer. So, no mistakes, please. Anyway, here's the famous school bus, which is looking extremely buried these days. Look at that, right up to the wheels. Well, halfway up to the wheels, right to the underbelly of the bus. She is buried. Take a little walk around. Hey, hey, careful. The door is open. There could be something living in here, so we gotta be careful. She's all smashed out. Hey. Well, there is a lot of feces in there from critters and all kinds of stuff. Wanted to take shelter. But yeah, that's the relic. The old bluebird. Sage, let's go. Let's go. Go girls. Come on, let's go see what's going on with the creek. There you go. You want my stick again? Go girls. Stick number 2. Gone. Holy, that's a... This is the little creek, which normally flows really good. Say just found a little grass to eat. Let her indulge a little bit. Look at all the ferns here. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, this tree wasn't down the last time I was up here. The one crossing the creek here is giant. Oh, we can cross over. See how good this little. Oh, here we go. Damn, look at the size on that thing. That caused a lot of damage. Okay. That's what happens on these parts. Mostly very natural to a forest. I do have a couple of markers I put here many moons ago on the trees. Takes me onto a little path up this side, which I don't ever seem to get bothered by the owners. It's never come up. I believe it's more this way though. Damn flies. Right in my mouth. There's an old walkway around here somewhere. Not a walkway, it's an old beaten down path. This is an old service road between private property lines. Where are my markers? I don't see them. Maybe they've been taken down. There's a little path where all the trees were taken down. Looks like it could be more this way, actually. Man, it's been a while since I've been up here. A long time. Sheesh. The leaves are thick. Huh, interesting. Come on, Sage. Hey, let's go. I don't see any markers, and I don't really want to go too far with her. She's going to be stiff for probably a day after this walk, because she hasn't been out in a while. So we'll head back a little bit. I think this is this is my path right here. Okay. So now you can kind of see a little opening between these trees. And then up there she comes right between these trees. So this is the path. Okay. I thought I had markers on these trees. The only reason I know it's because that little grocery bag sitting around that branch that used to be up hanging on the tree. So yeah, this is definitely my path. And it's grown in a lot. Now I can technically go left from here. Oh, the bus is over there. Right there. I can go left from here, and that'll take me right back to the other side of my property. But it is going to be very thick with ferns. There's really no path built. Oh, there's one of my tree markers. That tells me that this is where I used to cross. Well, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Let's go this way. Get on, wade through these ferns. Yep. I feel 1,000 cobwebs on my arms. Come on. Let's go. Back to the bus. And then we'll retrace our steps. Come on, sweethearts. Good girls. Yes, you are. Whoa. Poor girl. She would do this every single day and suffer the pain of her legs if she could. Okay. You see that huge hill that goes up here, straight upwards. Hiked that a few times, but not recently. Like I said, I used to come up here every day and walk these. This whole area is about 300 acres. There are trails through it, but it is privately owned. Now, prior to COVID, we used to be able to walk those trails, and the owners of the property never worried about it. There's actually a few of my neighbors would also walk the trails with their puppies. Never have any issues. But I believe during COVID, someone new bought this whole land and obviously put some new restrictions up, which we therefore respected. But I haven't seen any movement around in probably 3 years now. I've taken the odd walk up and seen no ATV trails or no fresh footprints or tire tracks, which tells me typically the people who buy these properties to hunt live closer to southern Ontario in the cities. Usually just come up here during hunt season, which would be towards the end of the year. Usually, typically November is big hunt season for deer. That's when we hear all the gunshots going off. Which, again, we typically stay well away from this area during that time. Again, don't feel like getting shot. But yeah, kind of give you, as we head back down this trail, I'll show you where the trails kind of veer off onto other paths. I mean, there are trail cams, so I really don't want to tempt fate and start walking back up those trails and have the guy come and tell me again not to go on his property. But and again, if he's not up here, then the trail cams are probably not active. But here we go. So that's the way we came up, and we're going to go back down. But you can also go this way, which then there's a massive hill right up here, and it kind of switchbacks. Path switchbacks a couple of times and goes up and over the other side of the hill down towards all the hunt camps. Well, I say all the hunt camps. There's two. They're about 2 kilometers apart from each other. But this used to get, you can see there's kind of big tractor tire tracks either side of this trail. So the previous owners of the property, I believe, used to rent the hunt camps out, and they would come up, cut down a few trees every year, cut it into firewood, and then they would stack the firewood at the entrance to the hunt camps. So when the people came in to stay at the hunt camps, they would load up their trucks with the firewood, so they'd have firewood obviously to burn at nighttime, because it is November and it gets pretty chilly. But you can tell, so that's where we're going to head back down. This path is the one we came out of. But as we head down this trail here heads towards the entrance of the whole property. And that's where the wood would be stacked. Maybe we will kind of just meander down here a little bit to see if there's any movement happening, or any recent movement. Now, no one's been down these trails for, I would say, at least a year, maybe 2, as far as vehicles or ATVs. There's a couple of leaves overturned, but I mean, that could be any kind of animal. Probably deer. Again, like I said, we do get a lot of deer movement through here. Put these down. Man, I forgot how beautiful it is up here. Oh, that brings me to my next point, why I'm here. Well, because it's peaceful. It's just that simple. I found most people look externally for life happiness, but I found as I got older, the happiness was already inside you. It exists already. You never have to go looking for it. You just have to shut off the noise around you, which means coming into a very peaceful, or living a very peaceful life. Not easy with today's society and how fast it runs and the requirements you have to, or we're burdened with, to be part of society. But you can see there's a, sorry, I'm going to interrupt my little statement here. There's a white drum right there. So I believe this used to be a little feeding area that the hunters set up for deer. And the deer obviously would come around that, whatever they put in that barrel, it would attract them. There used to be a hunt stand in one of these trees, but that was maybe 10 years ago. Typically they've moved backwards from here, back deeper into the forest. That's where they hunt now. Although I have seen, I guess before COVID, I did see the hunters close to this area, but again, I haven't heard any gunshots or movement since last November. So we're in the middle of summer right now. It's early July. I think it's July 3rd, I think. Actually, maybe July 4th. Happy Independence Day to any American viewers. Back to my point. Yeah, this is it. This is what breeds happiness, is peace. You shut the noise off around you and get rid of unwanted noise and unnecessary noise, and figure out the difference between want and need. You'll quite quickly realize that you need very little, which breeds peace. Anyway, this is as far as we'll go because we're getting pretty close to the other entrance. And my poor girl here, you can see her, she's already kind of tweaking on that back leg a little bit. Come on, let's go. Sage, let's go. Come on. Come on, babies. Hey, come on. Let's go. Let's go home. I know you're going to have to rest that leg for the day now. Maybe a couple days. But yeah, this is what brings me peace. Walks through the forest. There probably is nothing better, nothing easier, and it's free, other than obviously living in the country. But these trails, this is just a trail at the back of my property. There's many a public trail when you live in the country that you can just walk for free. It's peaceful. It's beautiful. Tranquil. And refreshing. There's nothing that takes your stress away quicker than this. Amazing. So, I'm sure you're all tired of me yapping away, so maybe I'll just be quiet for the rest of the walk and kind of hear the leaves rustling and the birds chirping. More beautifuls. I know. Go girls. I know. Paces drop dramatically, babes. Yes. Right? Oh, my big girl. Oh, look at that. It's a beautiful. I don't know what kind of feather that is. If anybody knows, leave it out in the comments. Oh, look at that beautiful. I wonder what bird that came off of. Anybody does know, let me know. Right there in the comments. It's beautiful. Obviously, that's the way back up the bus. Oh, so, mosquitoes getting through my pants and biting my legs. Oh, beautiful. Oh, good girl. Good girls you are. Beautiful girls. Even though it doesn't look very bright today, it is overcast, but we are in the middle of a somewhat of a, I wouldn't say a heat wave because it's kind of normal for this time of year. But she is up around the 30 degrees Celsius mark. Now, I don't know what that is for anybody that lives in Fahrenheit, but I'm sure Google could let you know. It's not just the temperature of 30, it's extremely humid in these parts. So it can feel upwards to about 30, the high 30s. Earlier in the week, she was about 35, 36 degrees, feeling like about 42 to 43, which I believe is around 105 Fahrenheit. Now that is, and it's humid, so the air is thick. And you go outside and you're gonna sweat just talking. So, yeah, very uncomfortable, but it's still very muggy today and humid. So, I'm being a bully. Sage is starting to struggle a little bit. So I'm glad we are on the home stretch here of our walk. Let's take it over here. Look at this tree. We have beautiful, massive woodpeckers. The ones with the red heads. Look at this holes they put in this tree. All the way up. Obviously the tree's dead and rotten, but massive deep holes. I believe it's, well, I mean, there's probably a few, but I don't see ever one at a time, the woodpeckers, but beautiful. I'm going to try and capture some shots of them this year. I do see them, but as per usual, whenever I do see one, I never have a camera ready. So, I have to attach my phone to my hip and maybe take some shots. Capture some shots anyway. So people are probably wondering why I don't clean all these trees up that are falling down. Very good reason for that. I don't want it to look like an active path, so if somebody does accidentally walk into my property, they see those trees down, they'll think it acts like a blockade, and nobody kind of comes down here. But just get onto the back side of the property. I think Sage is about to collapse. Aren't you, babes? Yeah? Yeah. She's gonna conk out for the rest of the day. She'll be very happy, dog. Should be good. But here we are. She's gonna open up. Don't mind the mess back here. It's an old tractor, some old boats, an old Sea-Doo that we don't use anymore. It's a little cargo trailer. And that's it. Back to the humble abode. A little Just cut the grass. So. Yeah. Alrighty, people. From Sage, we'll say peace out. Goodbye.